Hi Collective, welcome to Sacred Wisdom Oracle. I'm Sophia and I'm back for another reading. Hope you guys are doing well today. It is already the weekend, y'all. This was a short week because of the last holiday this last weekend in the US. Hope you guys are ready for fall. Alright you guys, so let's go ahead and get into things. I am going to say a quick prayer and actually ring my bells just really quickly, okay? I'm going to ring them 3 quick times and then I will say a prayer, okay? And one more time. All right, that just clears the space, clears out any residual energy of anything. All right, so Faith. Somebody's name could be Faith, actually. But yeah, so I'm not gonna take that yet, but let's go ahead and get into this, you guys, all right? Divine angels, ancestors, spirit, and guides, I call upon you to surround myself and the collective with your love, light, and guidance with the highest protection. I ask that only beings of light enter this space, offering wisdom for the collective's highest good. Guide me with clarity, shield me from harm, and help me to see what is needed in this read. All right, Holy Spirit, what does the collective need to hear in this reading for their highest good? These are really big cards, you guys. I'm struggling to shuffle them. All right. Ooh. We have prey, stalked, invaded, watched. What the actual F is going on? All right. Well, there you have it. I guess, like I said, Spirit has other plans, I guess, for us. You could be dealing with someone. You could feel like somebody is doing something like stalking, invading your privacy, watching you. You could feel like this is a dark individual, or these people are dark. All right, this is interesting. I've never noticed this on this card, you guys. But look at the hand. Okay, there's the skeleton, and then there's the girl there. And look at the skeleton's hand. Can you guys see that? I mean, evidently it's supposed to be like bones or whatever, but to me it looks like doesn't look like bones. It almost looks like a species of something. I don't know. Like, take it how it resonates. You could feel like, speaking of species, you could feel like whoever's doing this is a different species of human beings to be able to be capable of something that they're doing. We have creator and eternal youth. Oh, y'all. Okay, look. I'm not going to say anything. Creator. It says mother, father, catalyst, maker. The people or person who could be watching you, collective, and stalking you could literally be created by your mother or father. Now, it doesn't have to be your actual mother or father doing it, but somebody could have created some sort of nonsense, rumor, some sort of insinuation, some type of narrative behind the scenes in order to get people to stalk you, invade your privacy, something to that effect. We have the number 9 and 31. Something about, okay, so with this 9 card, somebody could be, that's the Hermit in Tarot, somebody could be wanting you to be alone. They could be trying to, I just heard, like, knock you off your high horse, but I'm getting you're not on a high horse. I'm getting that if this particular person actually knew you, they wouldn't be doing this. They could be projecting onto you what it is that they feel about you, right? So you could know who the person is that's doing whatever this stalking or invading, watching situation is. You could know because who is actually behind it, because when you maybe talk to this person, okay, first of all, you could have no contact or low contact with this individual. All right. And that being said, you could know when you talk to this person that this person has a lot of animosity. They have a lot of hostility and aggression towards you. And they could be actually saying that's how you are being. That's just their projection. Projections aren't real unless you're looking at it and talking about the person who's projecting. So this mother or father, whoever these people are that created this situation here, they're the catalyst of this stalking, watching, and invading situation. Someone could have invaded your privacy even. And we have eternal youth. Energy, newness, vitality. Someone could not like whoever these people are, they may not like your vitality. They may not like your energy. You may outshine them, collective, and this could be why. If you have a mother, or I'm also getting that this could be a same sex relationship. So like it could be a mother and a daughter, it could be a father and a son, but it's this like the same, there's some sort of problem this person has. They could be unhappy with the fact that you have a lot of energy. This person, you could be highlighting the fact that this person has not done anything with their life. You may be highlighting the fact that this particular individual has not doesn't have the energy to do some of the things that you do. You could be, I just heard Midas touch. Everything you touch turns to gold, and this person is jealous. They don't like your vitality. You could play an instrument. You could play more than one instrument. You could be, this particular person may not like the fact that you are in an energy of rebirth, newness, like trying to, you could be trying to actually, now, take this how it resonates, you guys, but this isn't meant to sound negative. You could be literally trying to erase your past memories of trauma. And by this newness that you're calling in, you're doing this in order to have a new beginning, to start making new memories that are positive. This particular person who's involved here, that's this perhaps mother or father energy here, they could be trying to literally claw, scratch, whatever, to pull you down back into this pattern of codependency. And let's not get it twisted. That is not love. Love for themselves, maybe, but that is not love. And I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad, like, oh, your parents don't love you or whatever. But let me tell you from experience, not all parents care about their children. So, and I can 100% relate. So you're not alone in this situation. I think it's actually more common than not. We have courtesy and hope. Yeah, you are hoping for some bright new prospects. You're anticipating a new. You're just anticipating something new. You want to make new memories. You want to erase the trauma that you've experienced when it comes to certain people. And part of what somebody doesn't like is that you're a courteous individual. So you could be very thoughtful, polite. You could have good manners, collective, and you're too perfect for this person. That's what I'm getting. You are just too perfect for this person, and it makes them feel inadequate. It makes them feel like they need to do better. And because they could have some sort of position here in your life where they control something, You could just be hoping and praying that you can have some sort of new beginning. And look, isn't this interesting that this card would have these skeleton skulls on it? Oh, 3. Is it 3 or 4? It's 4. So there could be 4 people involved. You may have had to actually try to erase 4 major traumas that you've experienced in the past. So you are still holding your light, collective. Look how she's holding this candle. What's the term, like, they don't hold a candle to you? Is that a term? Is that something like that? And this is why they've got so many problems with you. It's because you just outshine them. You make them look bad. And now if they've gone behind your back and said or done anything in order to get people to stalk and watch you and invade your privacy, now they feel even worse about themselves because they know what they did, and they know what they did was wrong. Transmission. Spreading of conditions, influence, and impact. So this person could be, this person or people, it says mother and father here. So this could be an actual mother and father, collective. Their influences made a huge impact on your life, and not in a good way. Okay, so we have the number 7. Someone could be born in July. Someone could be born in September. Someone could be 31, 38, or 43. You could be trying to have compassion and empathy for this person. With compassion. And you could be trying to lead by example. You could have come in and tried to help certain people. You could have compassion for the fact that this person is sick. Look, she's carrying someone. Looks like they're weak. They're sick. So you could be carrying this. You could be very empathetic and caring for this particular person or people. You could have protected them. You could be carrying the weight of whatever this person has done and leading by example. Somebody could have been wanting to take your free will, collective, with free will in reverse. We have nightmare. Somebody thinks that some sort of situation is going to not end well in their favor with and I have to be really mindful about what I'm saying, you guys, but the death will come. So this person could be worried about how they tried to take your free will away. And they created this nightmare. And now they could be worried and realize that, and be very fragile and realize that they created this reality here by having too high of standards. Now, this is the other thing is, you could feel a need to have to really protect yourself from something. Look at, she's got 2 big dogs here, which, you know, these are big dogs, and they look like huskies or even wolves almost. They could be, I mean, they could be, but she's hiding behind, not hiding, but she's standing behind them. So this could be the fact that she's feeling like she needs to be protected. Now it could be, this is, I'm just speaking, but when I say she or he or whatever, it doesn't mean that this is actually a he or a she. I'm just responding from what we've got on the cards here. Take it how it resonates. If you're a masculine energy, then take it as that. I'm just, you know, so I'm just, okay. So yeah, this person could be realizing, they could be very fragile and realize that what they did here is finite. It's final. Someone could like to eat pomegranates or pomegranate seeds or whatever it is that they are. I don't know. I bought a pomegranate once, you guys, and I got home and it was completely like not edible. It was so weird, and I was like, okay, well, I'm never buying a pomegranate again. Somebody could do that, like eat those though. I guess there's like a trick to them. All right, let's see. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, can I get some clarification for prey? Blackmail. Digging up dirt on you to use later. Somebody's stalking you, so they have blackmail material. You have got to be kidding me. You may know this already. All right, let's clarify creator. What do we need to know about this creator? They can't stand to see you shine, collective. Hold on, my light just went out. Can you believe that? What was I just saying? They don't like your shine. Now, we've got the sun on here. You could be a Leo, or you could be dealing with a Leo in this situation. And this particular person, so the sun tarot card is Leo, okay? It's the zodiac for that card is Leo. So this particular person could actually be like, you know, thinking like, well, you know, that's who I am. I am, you know, I actually represent the sun, and I am this, and they have all of these, you know, thoughts on how they shine, and they could be purposely trying to outshine you. They could act like they're a know-it-all. They know everything. They know the right way. They know how you are. They're projecting all of this stuff on you that isn't even you, because they can't stand to see you shine. And this is either a mother or a father that's behind this. Y'all, I am like, hold on, my chair is like crooked. Okay. I'm like, sometimes these readings blow my mind. All right, what do we need to know about this? Let's get one more for actually mother and father here. Creator. All right. Can I get one more? Getting tarot readings on you and all up in your business. This person could either know how to use tarot cards, or they're going to someone, a third party, to get readings. This could be a mother or a father, whoever created this nonsense that's going on in your life. Authentic. So they envy you for you following your own path and not caring what others think. So this particular energy could be not liking the fact that you outshine them, but this particular energy could be really concerned about others' opinions, what people see on the outside, right? I've done a reading like this before in the past where I mentioned like this type of energy can't be outside where neighbors can see them, because they're afraid of how they look while they're gardening, or they, you know, don't bend over to pick up a weed. They squat to pick up a weed instead of bending over because they know someone's looking at their back end, or they don't wear, you know, whatever the situation is, they don't, you know, they pull their car in to the garage to unload the groceries when it could just be closer to unload the groceries to the front door, which is like right here, and you have to like go all the way to the garage, just because they don't want anybody seeing how many groceries they bought or what they bought, right? So you are authentic. This person can't stand to see you shine because you're authentic, and they envy this collective, and everything that you are, they are not. You could be like feeling like somebody's playing something on the world's smallest violin or something like that. I don't usually think of stuff like that, but okay. Eternal youth, neighborhood drama. One or some of your neighbors really don't like you, and fake smiles and small talk about you. So somebody could be making small talk with you in your neighborhood because they don't like you. I don't even think I should respond to that. So yeah, so your neighbors are the ones that are giving you this energy here. They want to make you feel paranoid and live in fear. So this neighborhood drama, this energy that's coming through from neighbors that don't like you and are fake smiling at you, this could be because your own mother or father created a situation here. They could have tried to dig up dirt on you and then told other people, and this was not perhaps true. So now they could have said something to your neighbors. Your neighbors could have even got involved, collective, to the point where now they are going to be in trouble if they continue. Because this person or people got them involved. They wanted them to cause some sort of drama for you to feel paranoid or something. They're doing this on purpose. This is disgusting. Jealous of the attention you receive from others, you guys. So you outshine this person. They're jealous of something about the way you look. You could have a really bright aura. You could love people. You could give people the, benefit of the doubt and love everyone until they give you a reason not to. This person envies how you look. They envy perhaps something about your life, the fact that you outshine them. They want to purposely make you feel like you're living in a paranoid world of some sort. Oh my gosh. So this particular energy is not only jealous and envious, but they're trying to cause you to feel paranoid so you will isolate yourself, so you have no life. So essentially you can't ascend past where they have ascended. So like let's say if you're this person's daughter and this is your mother doing this, they could be trying to keep you down, keep you in a state of paranoia because it somehow works to their advantage. It works into their narrative somehow. And really what I'm picking up here is that this particular energy may be trying to make you look like you're crazy when you're not, by actually causing all of these drama and this issue in where you live. So that way they can use this against you. So that way they can go to court and try to take an inheritance by saying they need to control it or that you're crazy or whatever. Somebody really may need an attorney here. If you think that you could be going through something like this, you should maybe consider getting an attorney, okay? So we have daily mantra. By the power of 3 by 3, may the bad vibes stay away from me. By the power of 3 by 3, may the bad vibes stay away from me. So this might be a mantra that you need to chant at certain times when you're feeling a certain way. So if somebody's, your neighbors are coming around, you don't have to say it out loud. You could say it in your head, you don't. And, but continue to have the good manners, be thoughtful and polite to people, because then anything that this person or people have said behind the scenes, it's like, not, first of all, if it's not who you are, then it's not who you are. So if somebody's trying to say something to you and you can tell that they're being fake, just be nice right back to them and, be the genuine, thoughtful, polite person that you are. An ex-friend is still pressed by what happened. So this could be a friend, a family member. If you haven't had any falling outs with anyone, there could be a situation here where you thought you were being good-mannered and thoughtful and polite, and this particular person tried to like lie on you or something? Beware of anyone new entering your life at this time. You may already be aware of this. If something doesn't feel right, you guys, trust your intuition, okay? I think I've told you guys these stories before in another reading, so I'll be very quick about it. But I was just telling a friend a couple days ago about how I went to the grocery store and the grocery store was empty. They were actually remodeling it at the time, so there was literally nobody in it. And I grabbed my cart and just literally started to walk up an aisle. And all of a sudden, some guy came around the corner and was like, "Excuse me, are you married, or do you have a boyfriend, or can I get your number," or something like that? And I was thinking, this is so unnatural. Like, this is not normal. So some person to just pop around the corner when I literally, you guys, because I've dealt with this stalking kind of situation before, I keep a really close eye on my surroundings, and my head is on a swivel at all times. So the fact that somebody just popped up around the corner, it felt very targeted, okay? So if something doesn't, my point is, if something doesn't feel right, it's probably not, okay? If something isn't unfolding in a natural way that seems like it should be, right? Like, for example, I know how it is to be like picked up on it in a grocery store, okay? So usually if somebody thinks like I'm attractive, they'll come into the same aisle that I'm on and they'll start looking at like something I'm looking at, right? And then they'll be like, "Oh, have you tried this? Is this good?" Whatever, right? And then before you know it, they'll make small talk. People don't just pop up around the freaking corner and be like, "Hey, can I get your number?" No, that's weird, okay? And of course they didn't get my number. Okay, so clarifying hope. The person hating on you has narcissistic behavior. This mother or father could be a narcissist and you could know it. This person could be projecting this onto you, collective, saying that you are this way. This person thinks they're going to get away with something here. Oh, they're envious of your career and the money that you make. Jupiter retrograde, problems with making important life changes for future benefits, expansion, abundance, and prosperity. Exactly. Somebody wants you to have a hard time making important life changes that will better your life, that'll bring in prosperity and abundance, that could bring in some sort of future benefit. If you've been like, if there's been a situation where, say, you've been dating someone, it could be like fairly new, or even you could have dated someone for a while and all of a sudden they just like started acting weird or like ghosted you out of nowhere, it's most likely because of this person. Sorry, you guys, I'm just making a little room here. All right, clarify transmission. Blocked. Issues, attentions, affection, balance, beauty, compassion, empathy, healing, love, mindfulness, nurture, relationships. What did I just say, you guys? I literally just said if somebody's like ghosting you or whatever, this person is trying to block you having, and this is heart chakra. This is, I'm almost at loss for words. Just what I said, this particular person is trying to block some sort of love from coming in here. They don't want your heart to be happy and in love. They want to bring issues to things. Their intention is to make you off balance, make you feel like you're not good enough, pretty enough, handsome enough. And this person could be doing this under the guise of love. Oh, like, you know, they love you. No, this particular person has influenced specifically a relationship. When it comes to love, it's probably more than just one relationship. This person could have said you're impulsive, you have rage, anger, hostility, major blowouts, fights, and violence, or you have this with this person. This person could be trying to say things about you that aren't true. This person, again, this person's projecting. They're the ones with the rage. They can't handle the fact that you are living your authentic life. They can't handle the fact that you receive positive attention from others. They could have got some sort of friend involved in something. This could be an ex or, a friend, actually. All right? And they could be actually sending people here where we have this beware of anyone new entering your life. They could be doing this and trying to like cause fights or drama or hostility or some sort of blowout here that turns into something really bad. So if you feel like someone's trying to provoke you in some type of way, walk away, collective, because this is not some sort of natural situation. And again, if it feels off and you know that, and it doesn't, it's really important to think logically, right? Is it logical that you're going to, like I was saying about the grocery store thing, is it logical that someone's just going to pop around the corner after not seeing me and then start trying to pick up on me? No, he didn't even have time. I was literally, the aisle ends here and I'm coming down the aisle and he literally just pops around the corner after not even like looking at me, seeing me, nothing. All right. It wasn't logical. It didn't unfold naturally. And I knew it. And I realized it. So somebody could be trying to gather evidence or something. They're trying to, like they could be trying to dig up dirt on you and they can't find any, right? So they're actually making up, oh my goodness, these cards. They're actually making up situations on purpose because they can't find anything bad about you. You're too perfect. This energy is, so gross. I'm so sorry, you guys. Your closest friends holds grudges against you. Now, I'm not taking this one because it just kind of flipped over on the bottom of the deck. This could be a close friend. Your close friends could be holding some sort of grudge against you because of something your mother or your father did. Yeah, they're altering your values and morals. They're saying that you've made bad decisions that you may perhaps never made. All right, one more for transmission. So this person's spreading rumors so people will walk away from you. They could be bringing people into your life that you don't know in order to start some sort of fight or a major blowout. Or they could actually, like if you talk to the person who's doing all this, you could talk to them and every single time you talk to them, they could be acting bizarre and like blaming you for things that you didn't even do in order for you to be like, what are you talking about? I haven't done this or I haven't done that. And then it turns into a fight, right? The person causing you negativity is an earth sign. Now, with that said, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is earth sign. So this being said, this could be anywhere in someone's chart. This does not have to be sun sign. This could be sun, moon, rising, anything. Okay, so if you don't know all of where someone's placements are in their natal chart, then this may not be something that you need to worry about. But somebody could also be, this could be the other thing, is the person causing you negativity could be also very ungrounded. A karmic earth sign of some sort. All right, this is going to be, we're going to get a new deck here. Hating on your spiritual and psychic gifts. So again, this particular person they may pretend like they are into light work. They might pretend that they have some sort of ability, like they could come to you and lie and be like, oh, I had a dream this was going to happen. Like I know someone that will remain nameless that has come to me on, I don't know, 10 different occasions and been like, oh, I had a dream this person's going to end up in jail, or they're going to get a DUI, or they're going to do this, or they're going to do that. And in order for me to like walk away from certain people that my heart chakra was like I was in love with or wanted to be with or was actually engaged to, and created a problem. They could have been, this could be this individual. They could be hating on your spiritual and psychic gifts because they know you are it when it comes to this. Like you could literally have psychic gifts. You could be able to have foresight like no other. You could be, and I'm not comparing you and saying no one else, but in this person's world, all right, you are it. You are this psychic, spiritually gifted individual. You could be chosen. You could be a starseed. You could be an earth angel. You know, whatever. This person knows it, and they don't like it. Your light irritates their demons. I think I want one more. They talk about you behind your back. Of course. Did we not know this? They could be trying to cause you to lose your appetite so that way you lose weight and then you look sickly. They could be hating on your creative ideas or the fact that you're creative at all. They could be jealous of your material lifestyle, home, cars, clothes, etc. Tap into your intuition. You already know who this person is. Okay, so let me tell you a little story, a quick one. So one time I was in my fiance's car, okay, and it was a very expensive car, and I was going to visit a friend, and I was picking them up from their job, and they got in the car, and they were like, I said, isn't that so-and-so on the corner right there walking to, this was in the city, right? And I said, isn't that, like, they weren't my friends, but they were this person's friends, and I knew it. And so I said, isn't that so-and-so? And they're like, oh, yeah, that is. And then the person said to me, oh, keep going. Don't pull over. I don't want to talk to them. And I was like, why? I was in town, and there was no reason. Like, we could have all had something to eat or whatever. And the person was like, no, just keep going. I don't want to be seen in this car. And I was like, come again? I don't want to be seen in this car. And I was like, what's wrong with this car? Oh, it's too expensive. So there are people out there that are so narcissistic and worried about other people seeing things that they're not really seeing. Like, okay, so do you think that this person's friends, that they didn't want to see them in this $120,000 car at the time, which was like 20 years ago? Do you think that they really cared? No, it was this particular person who cared. They were the ones that were so narcissistic. They were so worried about the way people look at them that they were afraid to be seen in an expensive car. They were afraid for them to know that they actually have successful people around in their life. And this could have been a situation where they were just jealous of me being successful, and they didn't want their friends to think they weren't. It highlighted the fact that they weren't, and that was only in their mind. So they were projecting. Does that make sense? Yeah. You know, okay, tap into your intuition. You already know who this person is that's spreading rumors about you. Alrighty. Okay, let's keep going here. If you guys like the way I read, please do like the reading. It really helps get these messages out to others, and I really, really appreciate it. There could be a Leo involved in something here. Remember I just said Leo a few minutes ago? So this could be a Leo, like, that's karmic to you. Since we're on the subject of a karmic kind of energy here, this person could be pompous, patronizing, bossy, and constantly interfering in your life, collective. Now, again, if this person is in a Leo sun sign, it could be moon, rising, Venus, all right? And this person who's blackmailing you and trying to dig up dirt on you to use later could actually be a Leo. A pompous and patronizing, bossy Leo that's interfering in your life. Wow. Oh my goodness. We have toxic attachments, toxic cords, negative karmic energies, what I was just saying, bad habits, and intellectual theft. Now, this doesn't have to necessarily be like a creative idea that they stole, but it could be something to do with theft. My screen just went dark. I don't know if that is on my end or anyway. So this person could have stole someone. Oh, okay. I was going to say stole something, but I said stole someone. They could have tried to steal someone. They could have tried to steal a creative idea. They could have tried to actually steal physical money from you. This could be why they're trying to dig up dirt on you. Okay, wouldn't it just be easier to like get a job than be stealing from other people? Because at least with a job, you're not going to face going to prison if you get caught trying to steal something. Like, collective, I am so sorry if this is your situation. Now, this Leo could be the one that's involved in stalking you, watching you, invading your privacy, treating you like you're a prey of some sort, preying on you. You could be a Pisces. This just flipped over. I'm going to take it. So you could be a Pisces or have Pisces somewhere in your chart. This Leo could be doing this to you, collective. They could be trying to say you're karmic because you're a role model. Oh my God. Because you have a heart. Because you've done work here. You're loving, you're caring. People look up to you. You could also be completely content being by yourself. Like you could be the type that just would like to go like sit and meditate in like a field of flowers. Feel the warmth from the sun. You are just a normal person. This person's trying to make look really bad. Like somebody could be trying to actually get someone to try to take you out. Okay. I just said this person could be trying to take you out, collective. And this says non-committal player. And it says community cup. Somebody could have tried to poison you in the community, or this speaks of you being somebody poisoning others in the community's mind about you. It was in reverse. So they could have been saying that you were the community cup, if you get what I'm saying. This was one of the rumors they might have said. It's disgusting. All right, clarify creator, mother, father. What do we need to know about this? Dirt digging, what? Again? Invasive and nosy. They could be not finding anything on you, collective, and so they're actually getting tarot readings to be all up in your business because they think that they're going to get some information from tarot. Because they can't stand to see you shine. This is a mother or a father or both. This is the person that is the catalyst behind this here. I'm really getting this is your mother or father, collective. I'm so sorry if it is. So we have, oh, somebody could have been saying something about your union. They could have said something to someone and said you were a narcissist and that you didn't have a happy, loving union, but this is not true. It's the opposite. So they're trying to dirt dig on you. Perhaps to inject some kind of issue on your happy, loving relationship. And they could be saying, oh my goodness, it says, I'm never wrong. So this particular person could be digging up dirt on you saying, well, I can't, they could be like, I can't find anything. Oh my gosh, I can't find anything. I already said that this person does this, that, and the other. And I can't find anything. I've tried looking through tarot. I've tried doing everything to dig up dirt on this person, and I know I'm never wrong. This person's wrong. They're extremely narcissistic. They could have been saying this about you. It's all a projection. This person's going to end up going to like a mental hospital, or it feels like jail, you guys. This is so serious. I can't even stress enough how serious this is, and I don't want to invoke any kind of fear, okay? There's nothing to be worried about. Continue to stay prayed up. Continue to hold your head high, and do not let the fear creep in, because fear lowers one's vibration. And if you have a lower vibration, it's going to be easier for these people to do, or person to do what it is they're trying to do. If you have lowered your vibration, it's going to be easier for them to come in and cause some sort of hostile rage or anger or something for you to like fight back about. Keep your vibration high, and remember, the result that they want from what they're doing is to upset you, so they get a response. So if you know that they want this response from you, basically they wanted a response of anger, hostility, animosity, and all these things, they're trying extremely hard to cause you to be the way that they have spoken about you. The narrative, this false narrative they have been speaking about you, they want so badly for you to confirm for them that they were right, okay? So just don't give them what they want. If somebody wants a reaction, don't give it. If somebody's trying to act like you've done something, keep a smile on your face. Just smile, knowing the fact that you're 10 steps ahead of them. And just, smile, be happy, even sometimes like if someone's aggressively coming at you somehow, some way, you just smile and, like I've got some comments like here on YouTube, for example, where somebody will say something like really mean and be doing it on purpose in order to get a reaction from me, and it's usually about how I look. And when somebody does that, I either just don't respond at all, or I extend love and kindness and empathy for the fact that they must be really hurting inside in order to come attack someone online that is not doing anything to hurt them. I'm actually helping people, and that's my mission, my goal. And so, it's obviously my shine is irritating someone's demons. So of course they're going to come in and be like, you need to tend to your hair. Let me tell you something. I am not here based on how I look. I'm here to deliver messages. I'm here to spread the love and knowledge and empowerment I am not here. If you don't like the way that my hair looks, then don't look at it. Okay? If you don't like my readings, don't watch them, right? If you don't want to hear the message, then just don't listen, right? So that could be something, be nice to people even when they're, not being nice to you, because then it just highlights how effed up they are, okay? So this card just fell at the bottom of the deck. I'm not going to take it, but it says unconditional love in reverse. Now, I can take it, but this particular person who you could have thought unconditionally loved you, a parent, okay, she's holding a baby, you could have thought this person had to have unconditional love for you because they are your parent. Just because someone's your parent doesn't mean that they unconditionally love you. And I'm not trying to hurt anybody by saying this because I have been through this. Okay, so this is like, this has been something that I've experienced. A lot of times everyone expects, because someone is a mother and that they birthed a child, that they love and care about that child. But just because someone birthed someone doesn't mean they actually care about that someone, okay? So we think in our society, how could a mother not even care about their own child? We think that that's so incredibly rare, but I'm telling you, it's not that rare. All right. So this person has this person has conditional love for you. They're jealous of the attention you receive. They want you to feel paranoid. They even may have contacted your neighbors in order to cause problems so they can create a narrative or back up a narrative they've already spoken on. They want you to be in lack, poverty, and they want you to be struggling. They could even be wishing for your teeth to fall out. Like they could be so jealous of the attention you receive from other people that they could be like doing some type of spell work in order to have your teeth fall out, or for you to like be dirty or unshaven or unclean, or have bugs flying all around you because of your whatever inability to take care of yourself. This is actually, if you feel like you haven't been yourself when it comes to something, and perhaps you've been through some type of depression where you're like, well, I don't care if I don't take a shower for 2 days. I'm not around anybody, so what does it matter? Or whatever the case is here, you could be thinking, that's not my normal thing. That could be somebody actually sending some sort of spell work or negativity towards you in order to create these issues. They may be trying to make it so you never go to the dentist, or you don't take a shower, you don't wash your clothes. Yeah. So we have victim, sorrow, grief, and sadness. This person could be sending you depression vibes here, collective, like I was just saying. They could be sending these depression vibes so that way you won't get up and take a shower and do something positive for yourself. Take care of yourself. And it can be something simple like just going to the store and, choosing to put a spritz of perfume on after you get out of the shower and smell good. It uplifts your spirit. Perhaps if you're masculine, you choose to get up, shower, and put some gel in your hair and make it like stand in a certain direction or something. If you're a female, you might want to put on some lipstick or some mascara or some blush or something just to go to the grocery store. But because this will uplift you, when you look in the mirror, you can like the reflection that's looking back at you, right? Also, this comes in when we talk about how people feel about themselves. If you do shitty things to people when you look in that mirror, you're going to see a shitty person. You know what I'm saying? So this person, obviously, when they look in the mirror, the reflection staring back at them is not a good one. And now they're trying to project this on to you. All right, let's clarify courtesy here. What do we need to know about this? Beware of someone. Oh my goodness. Y'all, what in the world? Beware of anyone new entering your life because they might want to poison you. This could be an ex-friend that's like pressed about you, that's trying to get in your energy. Or they're trying to send some new person into your life. Somebody could be coming in being polite and thoughtful and good-mannered, but beware of this person. They could be coming in to poison you. Courtesy. Interfere, block, hinder. If somebody new is entering your life, it could be based on what this person has done. They could be sending somebody to you that's toxic. To hinder something here, to make you sick. All right, can I get some information for hope? Envious of your career, money you make. This person has narcissistic behavior that is gossiping and talking trash on you, collective. They're hoping that this gossip and trash talk is going to cause problems with your abundance. They're hoping it's going to create problems with your career and how you make money. And again, we've got hope and hope. So hope is also clarifying hope here. This person could be optimistic. This trash talk is going to work. Somebody could have promised someone, oh, this is going to work. I already know. I know the collective is doing X, Y, Z. I know it. And then when you aren't, they're trying to actually create a narrative saying this will work. They're crossing their fingers that this will work. This poison, this trash talk. They want to interfere with your abundance and your prosperity. Because you are a bright prospect. They're trying to dim your light because you are a supreme being, collective. They're trying to dim your light because you're a supreme being. You could literally have like an aura that's white and yellow. And this says divine creator. This person could be trying to create problems here, to trash talk you, to lie on you. They're optimistic. This is going to work. They're crossing their fingers. This is going to work. I feel like my lighting just went down. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what happened. All right. All right, let's get some clarification for transmission. Blocked heart chakra. Hating on your spiritual and psychic gifts. That's too much. Legal. Law and order. Authorities. Court and legal. This person could be spreading rumors in order to cause you legal issues. They could be saying to the justice system that you are impulsive, you're angry, you're hostile. You're unbalanced. You're not nurturing. I mean, these are things that somebody could actually be saying here. This is all. This person could be actually getting, now listen, this person could have actually got you investigated by the authorities, or now they are. If they reached out to the authorities to have you investigated and they found nothing, they're looking at this person. Now, with this card, on some cards that show this, the scale of justice here, basically. Sometimes on these cards, and you have to forgive me, guys, I've got so many thoughts going through my head that I'm like speaking too fast, but this scale is unbalanced. You can see one side's higher than the other. This is being done purposely. Somebody's purposely trying to unbalance the scales here for the authorities. They could be trying to make something look a certain way for the authorities. They could know they're being investigated, so they're trying to do something here towards you. Oh my goodness. They're creating, they created to do something to their child. Collective. This is your mother or your father or whoever your mother, father person is. You could have an older sister. Take it how it resonates. This person has invested in creating issues for their own child in the legal system. You could be very passionate, like I'm getting right now, about the situation. I'm just getting passionate. I'm not mad or anything like that. I'm just getting passionate. Somebody could be trying to insinuate, because you are passionate and you have normal human emotions, that there's something wrong with you. And they need protection from you. Wow. There could be a Gemini, a karmic Gemini involved that signed some sort of a contract that they want to like renegotiate here. They could have said you were not an earth angel. They could have been trying to expose someone here. And you could be this Sigma, intelligent, independent, fearless, strong, silent. You may need to be silent about what you're doing. You may need to not talk to somebody about something. We have Capricorn. There could be a Capricorn that's involved in something here, and you may be questioning whether or not they are involved, but they're coming out in the upright. So now this could also speak of someone else having Capricorn in their chart somewhere. Somebody could have, there's a contract, there's an agreement somebody could have signed. Someone could have literally like done a deposition in court. So they might not have gone to actual court, but they could have been asked to speak under oath on a deposition over a camera, like online, or like, you know, with the courts or something, in order to speak their piece and explain what's going on. And they could have lied. They could have even signed an agreement saying like, if I'm wrong, like you can sue me or something like that. And now there's a problem. This could be why they're trying so hard to dig up dirt on you and play mind games and bind you to something. They could be trying to bind you spiritually, in the 3D, energetically, with emotional manipulation. They're emotionally manipulating all these people here, collective, including the justice system, in order to do something to you. This person is truly sick in their head. Same card, Sigma. Can I just get one final card here for transmission? What else do we need to know? Am I missing anything here? Isolation and fraud. Somebody did some sort of insurance fraud, check fraud. They could have said this about you. These are the things that somebody could have said about you. I'm getting that this person is the one that's done this. They're worried about being put in isolation because of fraud that they did. They could have done mortgage fraud even. Like, let's say that there was some real estate that was left to like a trust for your family, right? And in that trust, like, let's say that real estate is in that trust and your name is on the trust. You could have brothers and sisters whose names on the trust, aunt, uncles, whatever. Whoever's in that trust, right, essentially owns that home. This particular person could have tried to get you removed from the home and the trust. This would have been fraud. Or there's something here where someone was cooking the books. So like tax fraud, check fraud. Someone could have said that you did credit card fraud or something to that effect. They could have even said like you stole from them and you didn't. And now this person's worried about being in isolation, or this person was trying to have you isolated by saying you're a criminal. They could have said this to the justice system. This was them creating and investing in some BS to create problems with the justice system. This was spreading of rumors. This could be breaking your heart collective to find this out. This person is jealous and hating on the fact that you have spiritual and psychic gifts, and you could actually have figured out what was going on here. And this might have been by your psychic, your spiritual gifts, your connection to source. They could have celebrated too soon. Collective, I am so sorry. Yeah, they were trying to keep you from ascending. They were trying to cause a problem at your job, so that way you would not have abundance. You wouldn't be making any money. They wanted you out of this Empress energy. Somebody could have been saying, somebody could be going back on their word. They could have been saying that you were a liar. They could have gone to your job and called you a liar. So you would lose your job. This person doesn't like how you're an alpha energy here. They don't like how you're assertive, how you take care of yourself, how you're a leader. Or this person's trying to portray they're a leader. Yeah, they could be lying and saying like, I would never do some sort of demonic stalking, because we have stalking in reverse. So this person, whoever this is diabolical. They could be burning a candle when it comes to you, or again, you don't hold a, or they don't hold a candle to you. I feel like that's a saying. Somebody could be wanting you like chained up so they can take a gift or a reward. Someone could have said you were doing dark magic to connect to other worldly beings. And if you were, so what? I mean, is it really for that person? Like, if you want to walk around, like I said, and not take a shower for a few days, that's on you. Like, is it really something this person needs to be concerning themselves about? But they're doing this to take a gift. They could be coming across as like they're friendly and helpful, like they're reliable and they're non-confrontational, but this person's emotionally manipulating people because they're in cahoots. They're doing some sort of secret collaboration to create issues with your happiness. They could be saying you're not grateful, but you are. You're completely connected to source, and you could be getting a helping hand. by God, by the Most High, reaching out and saying, come with me, my child. I will protect you. And you could have been like feeling like you had no other option except for to go to God. You may have felt like you couldn't trust certain people because you had to, your last option was to go to God. I'm sorry if the camera's like crooked, you guys, it kind of feels like it is. But anyway, so you could have gone to God and said, I have to give you everything, God. You could have gone to Archangel Michael. You could have turned everything that you've been through here over and said, I cannot do this anymore. Wow, did you see that card? It just flew out and it went upright. So, and it says stalker, spy, surveil, invasion of privacy. Okay, so again, you may have given everything over to God. You could have said, like, I can't do this, God. I have to keep a job. I have to keep my sanity. I have to be able to get up every day and go to work and take care of my kids or whatever the situation is. I have to pay my bills. And I have to give this over to you, God, because I cannot do this any longer on my own. I need support. I need your love and support. I can't go up against someone who's paying people. This could actually be collective. If this person is paying individuals to do things here towards you that are like your neighbors and stuff, they could actually be paying them with your inheritance money. Now listen, I'm not trying to cause problems where there aren't any. So if this isn't your reading, it's not your reading, okay? But please understand that whatever this person is doing, you may know somebody. If you know someone, forward this reading over to them. Share this reading, okay? Because somebody is going to need to hear these things. And again, this doesn't have to be your actual mother or father, but it could be a mother or father in that role. It could be both. I'm really picking up it's both your mother and father or whoever these people are. Something about access. They could have accessed your home. They could be trying to access your light. Something about candle magic. And in the reverse. Someone's in fear because they did something to harm you, collective. They're in fear because they know they intended to harm your peace. They could have impersonated you in order to cause illusions. And now they're trying to get out of this and reversing what they did with some sort of candle magic. Or something they did is being returned. Let me read this card because on the candle it says something. Candle magic. May love, life, and finances be hexed and rest in an energy of lack. So be it. We are going to rebuke this and return this tenfold. And I don't really like to say, oh, we're going to send them back this tenfold. But we're returning this to sender right now. This is unacceptable. This person needs to go to jail. Okay, listen. You may, if you are experiencing this collective, you may feel like you could be saying to yourself, why would they try to torture me like this? To sit and torture someone in this manner, to have everybody walk away from them, to interfere with your relationships and actually cause some sort of false narrative here because they can't find any dirt on you. You may never have been arrested. You may love and care about people and be doing everything you can to uplift people, to, walk them towards the light. You could be doing everything you can to be a good role model. And this is not something you have to try to do. This is something that comes naturally for you, which is why this person can't stand to see you shine, because they're envious of your authentic caring for others. You're on your authentic path in your North Node. And this person's a narcissist, trying to dig up dirt on you, trying to cause you to feel paranoid and live in fear. This is all an illusion. But you know, if this mother or father energy here is reaching out to people that do bad things, do you think these bad people are going to do bad things to you for free? Absolutely not. They are not going to be like, oh yeah, let me just do this to the collective, and I'm in the business of doing dark things and hurting people, so let me just do it for you for free. Absolutely not. This particular energy has to be paying them with money. And most likely this money is yours from your inheritance that they don't want to give you. They want to hold on to something, and this is the problem. If this is a mother energy or a father energy, and they've done all this effery here, they're so deep now. So deep. There's so many criminal charges that they may have stacked up that they're so effed when it comes to the legal system because of everything they invested in to hurt their own child. The evidence is coming to light, collective. This person could actually be going to be arrested soon. You may be noticing, like if you still have contact or you're in contact with this person, you could be on low contact, or even you've maybe spent years or decades being no contact with this individual. If you do have contact with them now, or you have had any contact with them at any point in the, around this time right now, the present, you may be seeing them a hot mess. Like you could be, and if you can't tell over the phone, maybe you need to do FaceTime so that way you can actually see what this individual looks like in the present time right now. Because I'm getting that they are a hot mess. They realize that they dug up, not dirt on you, but now they've dug up the dirt and it's basically going to be their grave. I mean, I don't wish harm on anyone. Nobody. Don't even think harmful thoughts about people because that can backfire, okay? So continue to, and I know it's hard, trust me. I know it's hard, but continue to hold your head high. Continue to hold yourself in high regard. Continue to know that you are a loving, caring person who treats others well, and continue to be kind and spread your love and kindness. But this energy here, what was it that I was going to say? Continue to just extend love and peace and pray for this individual to have a change of heart, to love themselves enough to not want to hurt other people, because self-love is where it starts. If you love yourself, you're not going to put yourself in a position where you're hurting others. And that's what this person is doing. So continue, as hard as it may be, continue to extend love, kindness, and peace. And it may feel like it's all for nothing. It may feel like it's hard to even consider being nice to someone who's done these things to you, collective. Lead by example. Lead by example. And at the end of the day, when the truth comes out about this situation, you can hold your head high and you could say, I did everything I could. I tried everything to love this person, to lead by example, to care, to show them how much I cared, and they still continue to do what they did. And that even makes this person, the problem is it makes this person realize how effed up they are in the head, right? Like all you are is being nice, and they're still continuing to do this, wallowing in their disgusting false narrative of negativity and hostility and animosity. I mean, so continue to pray that this person will have some sort of awakening and realize that they need to do the right thing to bring in happiness. They aren't grateful. This person isn't grateful for one thing that they have. This is the type of energy where this person could have everything. Everything. They could be financially stable. They may have never even really had to work a day in their life. They could have had the perfect family. Again, you could be this person's child and be the perfect child. But I'm getting part of the reason why you're so perfect is because you've been trying to prove yourself to this person. You want this person to love you and treat you well as your mother or your father. So you could be doing everything right in life. You could have an amazing career, an amazing family. And you could literally have made your own amazing family because of what you've been through, because you realize you didn't have that. So you could be literally the perfect person, and it still isn't good enough for this mother or this father. Just know it's not because you haven't done good, it's because this person is truly sick. All right, I'm just going to get a few signs, you guys, and then I'm going to close out this reading. Leo, there's something significant about a Leo here. You may be needing to feel like you have to tame the beast. You could look at this person as, and I'm not saying this about all Leos, you could feel like you have to tame the beast. If there's a Leo involved in something here that can't stand to see you shine, and it says creatress, which is interesting. So this Leo could be the one who created this issue. This could be a mother energy, you guys. There could be a Capricorn involved that is in the upright, and a Gemini that is karmic that could be involved. Now, you could be a Gemini. You could be a Capricorn, a Leo, a Pisces. So this doesn't have to be just their energy. And we almost all of us have earth, fire, and water in our signs, or in our chart, our birth natal chart. With Leo again. There's something... Okay, this is creativity, and on the other card it says creatress. They both mean the same thing, basically, except for it's talking about a person here, and it's talking about creative, like, energy here. So this Leo could have created, they're the creatress of whatever's happened here. Y'all, I can't express how sorry I am for your situation, but I want you to know that knowledge is power. Finding out the truth is going to help you. Even as hard as it is to hear, it's going to help you, because it's going to help you to realize that even though this person could be trying to make you seem like you're the problem, It's all a projection. Do not fall into this trap this person is setting in order for you to turn around and apologize. You know, they could be trying to emotionally manipulate you. Like, for instance, if this is a mother or a father, you could have been talking to this person and this person could have been like, oh, you were such a bad child. You were such a bad kid. And you could be like, oh, I'm so sorry, Mom, because you're constantly trying to, or Dad, you're constantly trying to please this person. So they could be telling you, this is a projection. They could be saying, well, you were such a bad kid. And then you could be like, oh, I'm sorry, I was. And they could be like, oh, yeah, you did this, that, and the other. And you could be like, I don't remember doing those things. You could be like, well, I'm sorry. I never meant to, like, be a bad kid. I was just a kid. I was just being a kid. My brain wasn't even fully developed until I was 25 years old. So, like, but if you, in hindsight now, looking at things, you could be like, I wasn't a bad kid. I was a normal kid. I played outside with my friends. I played video games. I did my homework. I did my house chores. I had animals. I played 3 instruments. Like, you could be like, what part of that is bad? No, it's just all part of the manipulation to make you look bad. And that could be what this person's doing, is they're talking crap about you as a child when you were having to learn. This is like, I call it Earth School. A lot of us call it Earth School. It is Earth School. We're here to learn. We come out of the womb knowing nothing. We are dependent on our parents to help guide us. And so if you were a bad kid, according to this person, maybe it's their parenting that caused the issue. This person could have, and I don't want to trigger anybody, but this person could have been physically abusive towards you. Like, seriously. Like, they could have, like when you were very young, you could have been, 3, 4, 5, and this person was physically harming you. And they're over here talking about how you are aggressive and hostile and angry, and they're like beating you with a belt, something to that effect. This person is sick in the head. Oh my God, we have Leo freaking again, y'all. Gemini again in the reverse. Fire sign in the reverse. So this is definitely somebody who has a disdain, is all I can think of. Disdain. I think disdain is like literal hate. Cancer, upright. Aquarius, reverse. Air sign, reverse. Pisces, upright. There could be a Cancer and Pisces involved in here. This could be your energy or your zodiac. You may need to protect yourself in order to not be sensitive to whatever's gone on here with this person. As a Pisces is like the, and this isn't to say one sign's better than the other, because every sign has their positive things. But Pisces is the most psychic sign in the zodiac. So you could be very sensitive to something. You may need to protect yourself from this evil eye, collective. Somebody could be doing something here, sending you some sort of evil eye during full moon. This person could be notorious for doing moon magic and sending evil eye to people. And you could be very sensitive to this. You could be aware that this is going on. Yeah, so look at this fire in reverse here. She is doing whatever, like this, I don't know what they call it, you guys, but it's like the fire things that they light the ends of the sticks, and they, you know, they do, I don't know, I don't remember what it's called. But what I'm getting from this is this particular person is like spreading a little fire over here, spreading a rumor here, throwing this fire somewhere else. It's just constant with this person. Like, this person needs help. And this is for no reason except for perhaps money. I mean, there's always a reason, but it's not just because this person has nothing to do and they have enough money to make your life a living hell. Something about a Scorpio and Libra that could be karmic. Now, take it how it resonates. It doesn't have to be. I'm not the end-all, be-all when it comes to this information, okay? So just take it how it resonates, okay? You could be a Libra, you could be a Scorpio. You could be a fire sign or an air sign. You could be a Gemini, Pisces. And of course, we've got Leo here and Capricorn. And we have earth sign in reverse. So there could be an earth sign that's not on the up and up here, that's trying to do something to unbalance some sort of scales here. And my face keeps itching right here. I don't know why. And we have Virgo in reverse. Okay, so anyway, Virgo, Leo, Libra, Scorpio, Pisces, Capricorn, Gemini. And we have Aquarius, my bad, in Cancer, okay? You know what? I'm being called to take one final card from, is it this one? Actually, it's the other one. Because I want to end this with a positive message. I know spirits tell me there's something else in here that needs to be said to finalize this reading and to send you guys off on a positive note. Holy Spirit, holy angels, can I get one final positive message for the collective, for their highest good, to send them off with a final positive message of hope? Is there going to be some type of resolve here soon for the collective? The water carrier. Something about mirroring. You can see these two people here mirroring each other. In most parts of the modern world, humans have become disconnected from each other and the planet. We've forgotten simple things like where the water that sustains us even comes from. We speak about creating harmony and peace on Earth, but really our focus should be on creating harmony and peace with the Earth. Is it possible that it's our disconnection from seeing Earth's resources as sacred that's made us so disconnected? When we look into the future, we can see that without water, there can be no life on Earth. Without water, humanity cannot survive. This is a card about getting your priorities right and focusing on what really, truly matters. In our busy world, it's so easy to get swept up in things that seem important and urgent, when really, at the end of the day, we really realize that worrying about them has been a waste of time, resources, and energy. It's time to take a moment to pause, reflect, and reprioritize to focus on what really matters. To chop wood and carry water, to care for those in our community, to understand what's really, truly important, and act accordingly. Sorry about the dog barking, you guys. Let's see. What are you worrying about or doing that's a waste of time, energy, and resources? What are you being called to focus on instead? So, alchemize this energy. And every time somebody sends you something, you feel like somebody's saying something negative or doing something behind the scenes, say, by the power of 3 by 3, may the bad vibes stay away from me. Pray. Chant this mantra. Continue to say positive affirmations when you are in a situation where you're feeling like somebody's sending you something negative, or you know someone is sending something negative. It could be, you know, a neighbor. It could be causing neighborhood drama. It could be anything here. This person's trying to do the most, okay? So alchemize it. Turn it into something positive, collective. And I will just pray that this situation works out and resolves soon, okay? Because I can't help but say everything this person wanted for you, collective, is what they're going to be getting for themselves. It is just a matter of time. If this person is sending you fear, trying to act like they're digging dirt on you and insinuating or projecting onto you that you have done something that you have not done, don't get mad, because remember, that's what they want. But maybe not respond at all. You have to figure it out for your specific situation, because I don't know your situation. But either don't respond at all, or respond in a very loving, kind way, actually giving them the opposite of what you know that they want. If they want a reaction in a negative way, be kind. I'm getting this person here is literally twisting every single solitary thing that you say and you do. So you may feel like it's pointless to even respond at all, because no response. But this is the thing, is if you don't respond, this person's twisting that as well. They could be saying like, oh, well, look, I, said this and they didn't respond at all. Like, because they don't care, right? This person is in a manipulating. Yeah, I'm going to refrain from saying what I think about this person, because I think you get the point. Okay, so I'm sorry, but I have to cleanse. But this, I want this energy off of me. So anyway, I really just hope you guys know that you are supported. I hope this reading is bringing some type of clarity or confirmation to you, and empowering you in a way to help you to stay positive. And remember, you know yourself best. You know if something someone's saying is false, or if it is true, right? So just don't take it on. I know it's really hard for me to say what you should or shouldn't take on, because I'm not telling you what to do, but don't take on some energy that's not yours. Just because someone says it's your energy or that's what you've done doesn't mean it's actually true. This person could not find dirt on you, so now they're making dirt up on you, okay? Be careful of new people coming in, though, because we have that here. Be very careful. Somebody could be actually, if this reading's timeless. So with this poison card out here, this energy could have already happened. So this could be something you've already experienced, okay? And or something you may experience. But you may already be aware of this. This could have happened so many times, and your spiritual gifts could have saved you, collective, from whatever this person's been trying to send to you or trying to do to you. You could have passed over loved ones, ancestors that are protecting you as well. All right. Just know you guys are loved. All right. And yeah. All right, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. If you like the way I read, please do like the reading. It really helps the channel. And I would love to have you subscribe if you would like to be part of the family. And I'll see you guys on the next one, all right? Bye.